My strength flows from the Force. But beware of the dark side and your fear aggression. The dark side force easily does flow, quick to join you in a fight. If once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. Consume you it will, as it did Obi-Wan's apprentice.
Vader, is the dark side stronger?
No. Quicker, easier, more seductive.
But how am I to know the good side from the bad?
You will know when you're calm, at peace, passive. A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack.
But tell me why I can't...
No, there is no why. Nothing more will I teach you today. Clear your mind of questions.
I want a soft, sweet look that men seem to admire.
You spoke of a curse that you could not escape, but there is something stronger than that, love. And you must learn what it means. And when you have learned that it means giving without any hope of return, that it means creating faith and belief in another, then you will know the true meaning of love. And the young man will say to you, you are beautiful. And your face is as beautiful as you are.
I don't believe it. If I had a sweet, appealing face like this, I wouldn't even have to smile to make a man look at me.
Then wear it, and you will learn the truth. You are beginning to learn.
Use the Force. Yes. Now, the stone. Feel it. Concentrate!
Nope. We'll never get it out now.
So certain are you? Always with you what cannot be done. Hear you nothing that I say?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
No different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you? And where you should not. For my ally is the Force. And a powerful ally it is. Life creates it. Makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere. Yes, even between the land and the ship.
You want the impossible.
Believe it. That is why you fail.
For example, I use 48% of my brain. Do you know how much you use?
47?
3.
I'm sorry?
3.
I use 3% of my brain?
Yes, don't worry about it. Everybody on Earth uses 3% of their brain. 3 to 5%. That's why they're there.
3%? 3%? You mean nobody on Earth uses more than that?
When you use more than 5% of your brain, you don't want to be on Earth, believe me. Well, not that your takeout places aren't lovely, but there are many more exciting destinations for smarter people. Now, being from Earth as you are and using as little of your brain as you do, your life has pretty much been devoted to dealing with fear.
It has?
Well, everybody on Earth deals with fear. That's what little brains do.
What are little brains?
That's what we call you folks behind your back. Forgive me.
You love me, don't you? And I love you, Doris. And love casts out fear. Of course, it also works the other way around. Fear casts out love. Yesterday there was nothing but fear.
Look, I'm guilty. I didn't make enough money, okay? Call me a hippie, send me to hell. I give up.
You keep thinking it's about money, but it's about fear.
And what is it we're so afraid of? Loss. What else? The bank closes. We get sick. My wife died on a plane. The stock market collapsed. What if these things happen? None of them. We worry. Anyway, why?
And I hate to fly. In fact, I never fly. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Yes.
But I told myself there is no way that everything I've been building toward would be destroyed because some pouty little, and this is before I knew you personally, bitch, pardon my French, wanted to steal herself a husband. So I bought the ticket, got on the plane, and somehow made it over the big blue ocean. And then the most extraordinary thing happened.
What?
Everything went wrong. So, yeah, I was wandering the streets of Paris, penniless, without a hope in the world. And let me tell you, you can do a lot of soul-searching in a time like that. And I realized that I've spent most of my adult life trying to protect myself from exactly this situation. And you can't do it. There's no home safe enough. There's no country nice enough. There's no relationship secure enough. You're just setting yourself up for an even bigger fall and having an incredibly boring time in the process. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, thank you.
Security. Things. You know? It's just you try to stave off insecurity. You can't do it. No, that's what I'm telling you. Stocks, bonds, objects of art, real estate. What are they? An opportunity. To what? To make money? Perhaps. To lose money? Perhaps. To indulge and to learn about ourselves? Perhaps. So fucking what? What isn't? They're an opportunity. That's all they are. They're an event.
That's it? Fine.
Just come.
You shouldn't be driving a car anywhere. Not on a road, not on a racetrack, and not in a parking lot. You are selfish, you're crazy, and you're scared.
I'm not scared.
You are scared to death. You and Rowdy, you have the same sickness. It's called denial, and it is probably going to kill you both. control something that's out of control. That's what you said to me, wasn't it? Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret that almost everybody else in this world automatically knows. Control is an illusion, you infantile egomaniac. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. Not on a freeway, not in an airplane, not inside our own bodies, and certainly not on a racetrack with 40 other infantile egomaniacs. Nobody knows and nobody controls anything. Now, you've gotten a glimpse of that and you're scared. You mightn't have the courage to race anymore. You may never have had it.
How do you know what the next moment holds? Something miraculous might occur to brighten your entire life.
So, is this what you thought it would be?
Thought what would be? Where am I? Is this heaven?
No, it isn't heaven.
Is it hell?
No, it isn't hell either. Actually, there is no hell. Although I hear Los Angeles is getting pretty close.
There's an absolute morality? Maybe. And then what? If you think there is, go ahead, be that thing. Bad people go to hell? I don't think so. You think that? Act that way. A hell exists on Earth? Yes. I won't live in it.
Want to spend the night with me?
More than anything else in the world.
Oh, good. Come on, let's
No, I don't think I can. I don't think I should.
Why?
If they only understood themselves as we do.
Isn't it silly how humans deny themselves the things they want most?
To satisfy stupid convention. But we can speak the truth. I can say I love you.
I love you.
If I had a fire scene like you had today, I would feel differently, I'm sure. I'd stay here. I'd never leave. But I've been defending myself so hard these last few days, and I just don't want to be judged anymore. I have this wonderful feeling inside of me, but I'm just tired of being judged.
It's okay. But I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you so much.
I love you, Daniel.
Oh, God, Julia.
I miss you.
Julia.
Oh.
It's okay. I should go. Okay.
When you die, you're gonna regret the things you don't do.
Your Honors, at this point, I would like to show my final summation scene.
Proceed. What are we seeing?
Something from last night.
Mr. Miller, please watch this and tell me what you were feeling.
Last night?
Want to spend the night with me?
More than anything else in the world.
Good. Come on, let's go.
I don't think I can. I don't think I should.
Why?
If I had a fire scene like you had today, I would feel differently, I'm sure. I'd stay here. I'd never leave. But I've been defending myself so hard these last few days, and I just don't want to be judged anymore. I have this wonderful feeling inside of me, but I'm just tired of being judged.
You genuinely feel for this woman, don't you, Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Why didn't you stay with her last night?
I was afraid.
A little louder?
I was afraid.
You got to be positive. You got to accentuate the positive. What you mean by that, man?
You got to accentuate the positive elim, minus the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looks so dark? Man, they said you gotta accentuate the positive elim, minus the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, do not mess with Mr. In-Between.
I'm not anything like what you believe. I don't want you to lose your belief by seeing me as I really am.
But you created belief in me. That's real, and it includes belief in you. You can't doubt that if I mean anything to you.
I lied to you from the start. There wasn't nobody looking for me and never has been. I pretended I was beautiful to lead you on. I'm only telling you now because you mean so much to me.
Then you ran away because...
Yes, I tricked you. All my life I've been mean and stony and selfish, just like I was tonight. I never had love or belief for anybody. And my face is as ugly as I am. Oh, don't shame me by making me show it.
What does it matter how you look? I'd love your face no matter what it is, because it's you.
Oh, please go. I'm not asking for myself, but for your sake.
Won't you believe in me? In my love? Enough to rely on it. Mardi Gras over. Everyone is unmasking, putting aside the body, living in the words, spirit, and deed of love. You gave me belief in that miracle. Won't you let me give you belief?
When you learn what love really is, that it means giving without expecting in return, creating faith and belief in another, then a young man will tell you,
you are beautiful. Your face is as beautiful as you are.
have you so little faith, Henrietta? Miracles occur every day. Look at your face. Now freed from the mask of selfishness and envy you have worn for so long, do not ever allow the beauty within you to hide again.
This faith in yourself, though, how did we get on this subject? Anyway, what are you trying to do? Sell me insurance or something?
Yes, I'm trying to sell you insurance of a sort. Insurance against fear. Insurance against yourself.
You talk the talk. Do you walk the walk?
Now, you might not believe it.
Sometimes you have to lose yourself before you can find anything.
Any snakes around here?
You see, he lives in you.
Simba.
Father?
You have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. son and the one true king. Remember who you are.
They must be the most contented people in the world. They have no crime, no punishment, no violence, no laws, no police, judges, rulers, or bosses. They believe that the gods put only good and useful things on the earth for them to use. In this world of theirs, nothing is bad or evil. The one characteristic which really makes the Bushmen different from all the other races on earth is the fact that they have no sense of ownership at all. Where they live, there's really nothing you can own. Only trees and grass and animals. In fact, these Bushmen have never seen a stone or a rock in their lives. The hardest things they know are wood and bone. They live in a gentle world where nothing is as hard as rock or steel or concrete. Only 600 miles to the south, there's a vast city. And here you find civilized men. Civilized man refused to adapt himself to his environment. Instead, he adapted his environment to suit him. So he built cities, roads, vehicles, machinery, and he put out power lines to run his labor-saving devices. But somehow he didn't know when to stop. The more he improved his surroundings to make his life easier, the more complicated he made it. So now his children are sentenced to 10 to 15 years of school just to learn how to survive in this complex and hazardous habitat they were born into. And civilized man who refused to adapt himself to his natural surroundings now finds that he has to adapt and readapt himself every day and every hour of the day to his self-created environment. For instance, if the day is called Monday and the number 730 comes up, you have to disadapt yourself from your domestic surroundings and readapt yourself to an entirely different environment.
Decided to manufacture mirrors. Security, tranquility, a well-deserved rest. Be realized. Life is a state of mind.
You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, keep moving down minimum. Old Fox, pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, there's Jonah in the whale, there's Noah in the ark. What did they say when everything looked so dark? And we quote, man said you better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between, unquote. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum. You got to keep gloom down to the minimum. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. Take Noah in the way, take Jonah in the ark. What did they say? What did they say? You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with the Mr. In Between. Got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk upon the scene.
To illustrate his last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark?
Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, do not mess with Mr. In Between. Do